Hi guys, Josan from gak.co.uk here with another top 5 video for you guys. Today's top 5 is top 5 extended range guitars. 5. So in at number 5, boom, is the Stephen Carpenter, the guitar player from the Deftones, signature baritone guitar. So as I said before, this is the guitar player for the Deftones. Stephen's got a few different models that you can actually choose from, ranging from expensive ESP models all the way down to really decent, affordable LTD models. This model I have chosen is the LTD model. I'm an absolute massive fan of this guitar just because of the awesome, sort of the traditional Telecaster shape, but having it be, a metal style guitar essentially. So you have a baritone scale guitar here with extra jumbo frets. You have the Fluence pickups by Fishman, which is a new addition to this guitar. He was using the EMG pickups in this model beforehand. You have a mahogany body and a 3-piece maple neck with an ebony fretboard. You also have lock-in tuners on this model as well. So the cool thing is that you can go for this really decent model, or as I said before, you can move down and get more affordable models. Not in this shape, more of a super strat style, but still you can get 7 and 8 string guitars and obviously this 7-string baritone model as well. So let's move on to our next model. 4. So our next model is the Schecter KM7 Keith Merrow signature in this awesome Lamborghini green. Now, out of all the models that he has, I went for this model only for the reason that it has 2 really cool options. You have the first one being the Lamborghini green finish, which is just an absolute awesome finish. I really like it. It's a much bigger step than, say, the trans black or the trans white finishes you can get, but you can also get it in a Lambo style orange with the carbon fiber binding as a hardtail, which is a very nice addition. This guitar has the Floyd Rose system on there, the double locking trem system. The other addition to this guitar that I really like is the Sustainiac in the neck. So you have a Nazgul in the bridge by Seymour Duncan, but then in the neck position you have a Sustainiac, which is always a lot of fun, especially when you have the ability for messing around with that Floyd Rose system as well. So body-wise, you have a Swampash body, you have a 3-piece maple neck with an awesome looking ebony fretboard. This guitar also has extra jumbo frets, so you can really dig in on the high-end frets and get those super massive bends out of the guitar. The other really nice addition that I like about this guitar is that the dots on the fretboard, so when you're looking down at the guitar, they actually glow in the dark. So when you're on stage and you're finding it a little bit difficult to see, never fear, because this guitar will make sure you know where you are on the fretboard. So let's move to number 3. In at number 3 for my personal top 5 extended range guitars is the Javier Reyes model, the guitar player for Animals as Leaders. So this body has a Swampash body with a 5-piece neck, which consists of walnut, maple and padauk, with an ebony fretboard as well. These guitars coming in an astonishingly beautiful, slightly purple finish with an incredibly beautiful quilt maple top on there, which is a rather beautiful piece of wood to look at on all the models that I've seen anyway. And it also is a 27-inch scale length, so for an 8-string you want it to be something of that sort of scale length, so that when you are sort of tuning stability wise, and especially because the low note is such a low note, that F sharp, that you want it to be you want it to be a clear note, especially as the guys from Animals as Leaders, I believe, tune that F sharp down to an E as well, so you really need that clarity and playability. The cool thing about the Javier model is that it doesn't just come in this very expensive LTD model, it also comes in a more affordable black finish model as well. The expensive model does come with the DiMarzio Javier Reyes signature pickups, whereas the more affordable model just comes with LTD model style pickups. They are humbuckers and you can coil tap them in the more expensive model as well. So let's move on to number 2. So in at number 2, we have the other part of Animals as Leaders double bill. We have Tosin Abasi and his signature Ibanez. So Tosin's model, it comes with a 5-piece neck which consists of wenge and babinga with titanium reinforced rods in this guitar neck as well. The fretboard is also a wenge fretboard with those really bling style perloid inlays in there, the block inlays, which do look really cool at the same time. The guitar's body is a basswood body with a ridiculously beautiful quilt maple top in the matte finish, as I said. The matte finish goes over the entire body of the guitar as well, and the neck has an unfinished neck feel to it as well, so there's nothing on the neck. Maybe some, wood oils obviously, but other than that, it just feels like it's untreated and beautifully smooth, the wood on the neck, which is also a beautiful touch as well. It also comes with his signature Damasio ionizer pickups. It's one of the only 8 strings around where you can get a single coil in the middle position as well. And it comes with a palette, a complete sort of plethora of different selections. It's a 5-way selector switch, but it switches between all these different options. So you can get from Stratty sounds, Telecaster sounds, your classic humbucking sounds, obviously, that the guitar will come with as well. But the good thing about this model is that the guitar also does come with a cheaper alternative, the TAM10, which is a bolt-on neck, the same, but it doesn't have all the mod cons, but it does still have the Damasio ionizers in there as well. So if you wanted to get the Tosin Abasi signature, but you didn't have a spare £3,500, then make sure you check out the TAM10 because it is just as good and it is a very cool guitar. So let's move on to our number 1. So in at number 1 for me is the Jackson Chris Broderick signature 7-string guitar. The guitar's body is a mahogany body with a quilt maple top. The quilt maple top on this guitar, every single one I've seen in person has just been absolutely magnificent, and it should be for about £4,000 as well. It has a selection of 24 extra jumbo frets on this model, which feels really good to play. When I did actually play a model, as soon as I got it out of the case, the action was incredibly low, but there was no buzzing and there was no fretting out, which was a really beautiful touch. One of the beautiful features that I find about this guitar, it has a 1-piece quarter sawn maple neck. You find those on a lot of guitars like the Fender Custom Shop range and stuff like that. It's where the grain runs directly down the neck, so in terms of stability wise, it's the best you're going to get. For touring conditions, it's a really great option to be able to have on your guitar. The guitar also comes with directly mounted, custom designed by Chris Broderick Damasio humbuckers, which sound absolutely incredible for the heavier side of things. So if you're going to be playing metal, it's definitely a great option. These pickups sound really good. The guitar, as I said, is a Floyd Rose model, but you do now have the option, which Jackson have just released, to actually get a hardtail option in the 6 and 7-string style guitars, the Chris Broderick signature guitars, which for people that want to do any down tuning and everything, on the fly, if you just want to have the one guitar, is an awesome option, because I know that touring or gigging with a Floyd Rose guitar, you have to have at least 2 of them if you're going to be using any different tunings at all. So there you go, there's my personal top 5 extended range style guitars. As again, make sure you tell me what you think of my choices and then tell me yours. What would be your top 5 personal favorite extended range guitars? Until next time guys, thank you very much. I'm Joss. Peace.